that car try and talk you into getting into it with a stranger, even if they offer you candy and coffee.
They might get me with the coffee. Hi everyone, welcome to Adventures with Heckenback. In this video, we'll visit Haw Creek Falls, set up our Rhino rack Batwing awning for the first time, and then venture up to Pilot Knob. This is the Big Piney Creek Bridge, and you may not be able to tell from my filming. I just got a gimbal and I'm learning how to use it. It was built in 1931. I found a document that gives a little bit of the history of the bridge, and I'll link that in the description below. It's a narrow single lane and has limited load capacity because at the time it was built, it was deemed to be a Forest Service bridge and not a highway bridge. So the limited capacity was determined to be sufficient. The cost of the bridge in 1931 was a little bit over $24,000. It is part of the state highway system, though, and was even constructed by the highway department, but the funding came through a special appropriation through the forestry department.
Cool bridge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, though. This is State Highway 123, and we're looking for Haw Creek Falls Recreation Area. We could see on the map that there was a campground at that area, but we weren't sure what kind of campground it was. There is a hiking backpacking trail that runs through here called the Ozark Highlands Trail. The trail goes through it, so it may be more of a backpacking, tent camping, but we can go see what it is. Might be a good place to stop and have lunch, like relax a little bit and figure out where we want to go, whether we want to camp there, if it is.
That's why things feel weird.
Why?
We're aired down.
Oh, right. So it feels squishy. Yeah, so we can stop here and see where else we're wanting to go. So since now it appears still don't have any cell signal.
Yeah, I know. Look at that. There's a campsite. Fire ring down there.
Many of you who are local or familiar with the area are probably laughing at us. But remember, we haven't had cell service for a couple days here, and we're looking at a map that we had downloaded ahead of time, and we can't even see all the features. So, like, I couldn't double check what the different symbols meant. Luckily, we were able to figure it out, though. So up around this curve, it looks like is the turnoff. It's like Haw Campground or something like that. Haw is in the name, H-A-W. Should be up there, right there on the left. Haw Creek Falls Campground.
Picture in front of it?
Sure.
Let's see. We've driven through there to do that.
Impassable during high water.
This is nothing. This is just a tread wash.
Flash flood area. bigger area there to pull in.
There's one.
What?
There's one.
Campground? Campsite?
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
Fire ring back there, loop through it.
Huh. I better pay closer attention. I was looking at this to be just like a, you know, where you drive back in and. Six people max per campsite, 2 vehicle max per campsite.
Maybe it is.
Stop and there's no
back there. There was
thing.
a national forest. Pack it in, pack it out. Pit toilets. No, back there was a pull through fire ring and.
Interesting. Yeah, pit toilets. Said a few people camping here. Oh, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. And do what?
Stay. Whether we want to stay here for the night.
So what?
We could
park the trailer and go explore some more.
Some more. After we go around the loop, you can kind of stop and we can look at the map together. Again, still no satellite signal here.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the falls. So if we decide we want to stay here, that first site didn't look bad. Or is this a site here?
I mean, here's one right here.
Yeah.
This side.
Doesn't look bad. No, I don't think this is a site. This is just where, I mean, there is a fire ring there, but it's just where people pulled in. Yeah, you could pull over here if you want, and we'll look together, see.
We've only got 2 bundles of firewood.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, so now that it appears that the green dotted is paved road, that helps. So this is where we're at. So whether, you know, we want to set up camp here and then just go drive around with the truck and explore.
Preferably with the tailgate closed.
Yeah. Stop. What do you think?
Goofy. I don't care. I mean, this seems like a nice area. I mean, campsite.
Mm-hmm.
Campground.
Mm-hmm.
There's
pretty quiet.
Too many people, though.
It is a little people-y. But we can set the awning up.
It does have at least pit toilets.
Mm-hmm.
So after some debate and looking at the pros and cons, we decided to go ahead and set up camp here for a couple of nights and spend the days driving around exploring since we weren't familiar with the area. This also gave us the opportunity to go ahead and completely set up our awning with walls and everything to see how that went for us our first time and how we liked camping with all of that set up. So, a few observations after setting it up for the first time. It was pretty quick and easy. There isn't anything too difficult about it. And we could see how one person could successfully set it up themselves as long as they were really careful and paid attention to keeping that tension on the awning as they pulled it around until they got it hooked on the back side. The second person's really just keeping that tension on the previous poles. Something to be careful about is making sure you've got the height of each pole adjusted where you want it before you stake it. The poles are fixed at the top, so once you stake them, the only way to adjust is to unstake them, adjust, and then restake it again. This is one of the situations where being short is really a pain. I'm not much help for Tim as he's putting the awning up. I have to carry the stool around everywhere to be able to reach the top. We managed to get it done though. It would be possible for me to do it. We're not quite sure how far down we can tip the awning. We know that the hinges on this awning are the weak spot. So while we're getting used to it, we're trying to be really careful with those hinges. Keep in mind the Campanaw is an off-road trailer, so it does sit higher than most regular trailers. And as far as height goes, if you're wanting like a reference, I'm about 5'3", and Tim is just a little bit over 6 foot. As we're getting used to having the Campanaw, we're also kind of rearranging our storage. So the sides for the awning, we're able to store underneath the bed. So the whole underneath of the bed is storage area.
Okay, so here's our new addition to our Campanaw, to Heckanaw. We got this Rhino rack Batwing awning. 270? 270 awning. Which goes all the way around. And gives us a whole room in here. So now Tim can make me coffee in the morning out of the rain. And our lights on the Campanaw light it up. We've got our Anchor power station in here. Can't show that very well. And we got this, there's a door here that closes. And then the Campanaw. So we're really excited to have this. We're thinking with this opening over here, we could set up our shower tent with the door right here. So you could just walk right in where the shower is. So we'll see what we're able to do with this. But we're excited just to have this extra space to be able to be out of the rain.
So once we had camp all set up, we headed over to check out Haw Creek Falls.
Think this runs down from Glacier?
Maybe. Hey, what you doing, baby? How you doing?
I'm keeping over an arm length away from you so I can't get accused of pushing you down.
So now that we had camp all set up, we decided to go see if we could find a cell signal. The information board in the campground was nice enough to point us in the right direction. So it explained that a few miles down the road, if you turned onto Pilot Rock Road, you would get a cell signal. So we headed out and we were amazed. The minute we turned on to Pilot Rock Road, we had a cell signal. So once we were there, we pulled over to the side, sent our kids a message to let them know where we were at, checked our emails, downloaded a couple more maps, and then we decided we would go ahead and drive up Pilot Knob. So further up this road is both Pilot Knob and Pilot Rock. It's about a 12-mile drive from the campground to get to Pilot Knob, but it takes about 30 minutes.
We're getting up. Ooh, baby.
Told you I'd be picking you up a little bit.
Okay, slow down. Whoop. So pull over here. So this is Pilot Knob.
The map said it was only a 5-minute walk up, and we could always use a little more exercise, so we decided to go ahead and walk up to the top.
Come on. One more big step.
It appears that there used to be a fire tower up here, probably.
That was a pretty good climb.
I tried to find a little bit more information about it, and let me tell you, there's a lot of pilot knobs. If you Google pilot knobs, there are pilot knobs all over the U.S. What most of them seem to have in common is that they are a prominent knob in the landscape that was used for navigation.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, think you could have driven up here? Could the truck have driven up?
Yes.
I mean, I see tire tracks, obviously. Huh.
Which there used to be a fire tower.
We didn't drive up here today, but tomorrow we would drive up to a fire tower.
There's a trail over here. Yeah, we'll have to read. There is the number 585.
I looked at this and saw an 8 and a 5. But I was able to find some pictures of this online, and there used to be a 1 in front of the 5. And they said that this was B15. So apparently some kind of numbering system for planes or helicopters. Anyone local who knows the story behind the numbers, please let us know in the comments. We headed back down and started our drive past Pilot Rock and down into the town of Hagersville. It was getting later in the day and everything in Hagersville was closed. So we drove a little bit further until we came to the Chat and Scat and stopped there to get a little bit more firewood. Tomorrow would be an exciting day for us. And we hope you'll come back to enjoy it with us. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.